Okay, so today we're going to look at 6.5, which is about relating subtraction with division, okay? And we're going to show you how to do that. It kind of models it right here, but I'll show you as well. I have a little whiteboard here because we're going to need some space. So, Serena and Mandy bought a total of 12 newspapers to school for a recycling program. Each girl brought in one newspaper per each day. For how many days did the girls bring in newspapers? So first off, we know Serena and Mandy, they brought in 12. Serena and Mandy, that's two people. They brought in one a day. So how many newspapers were brought in altogether? We know 12 newspapers. It says it in the problem. How many newspapers did the two girls bring in altogether each day? One each. And it says that in the problem. We circled it. So we're starting off with 12 because that's 12 total. If they brought one each, that makes 2 because Mandy brought one and Serena brought one. So if they brought in 12, we're going to subtract 2 to reach 0 because that's going to give us the days. Okay? So 12 minus 2 is 10. Now, 10 minus 2 is 8. Go up. 8 minus 2 is 6. Go up. 6 minus 2 is 4. Go up. 4 minus 2 is 2. Go up. 2 minus 2 is 0. So this gives us all the days, which means 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day. So they brought in a newspaper every day for 6 times. Since we subtracted 2 6 times, there are 6 groups of 2 in 12. And we know 6 times 2 will equal 12 as well. So Serena and Mandy brought in newspapers for 6 days. We know 12 divided by 2 now is 6, and we know it should look like this as well. Remember, divide in. We're going to put an into this number by the divisor and make the quotient. The divisor has a sword going to get the dividend, put it into it, get the quotient. We're going to do it as a number line as well. So start by 12, count back by 2. So look, 1 jump, 10. 2 jump, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So we know there are 6 jumps, and we know 12 divided by 2 will still be 6. You say copy that. So what do the 2 jumps represent? Or jumps of 2 represents? The jumps of 2, they represent how many times two goes into 12. Draw the rest of the jumps on the number line to complete. So now we're starting at 12 and we got to jump by 4 till we get to 0, okay? Jump by 4 until we get to 0. And how many jumps is going to be the answer? So 12 to 8, 8 to 4, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 to 0. So we have 1 jump, 2 jumps, and 3 jumps. So 12 divided by 4 is going to be 3. Okay? Now, these are our 2 numbers. We're starting at 10, and we're going to subtract 5, so we're going to also divide 5. If we subtract 5, How many times do we have to subtract 5 from 10 to make 0? Well, 10 minus 5 is 5. Here's 1, like one jump. 5 minus 5 is 0, so it's 2. There's 2 problems, so answer is 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. If we skip count 5, 5, 10, we still get 2. Okay, there's multiple ways we can look at this. We're starting at 8, so that's going to be our dividend. Okay, how many are we jumping between each jump? 1, 2. We're jumping 2 times. There's 2 spaces. So 8 divided by 2, and how many jumps do we have total? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you could also kind of look at it like this. 8 divided by 4 jumps, how many are they jumping in between? 2. Okay? Same numbers, it's different order. The 8 has to stay the same. So on your own, write this division problem. We'll start with 28. This is our first starting point. 28 is going to be our dividend. And we're taking it down by 7. So how many 7s does it take to get 21 to 0? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 27 divided by 4 is, or 7 is 4. Now we're starting at 20. How many is between each jump? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're jumping by 5. How many jumps do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps. The next one. 18 divided by 6. Well, we're going to do repeated subtraction. Let's try it. We got to get 18 and subtract 6 till we get to 0. So 18 minus 6 is 12. Remember, go up. Now we're doing 12 minus 6, which is 6. Go up. 6 minus 6, which is 0. How many problems do we have? 1, 2, 3. The answer is 3. Same thing over here. 27 minus 9 is 18. Remember, 17, carry 1, 18. Bring it up. 18 minus 9 is 9. Bring it up. So how many problems do we have? 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Just write a word problem. We don't have enough room. We're not going to do that right now. That's something we do in person. We can talk about it. Jeff has a booklet of 30. He uses 1 page of stickers. If there are 6 stickers on each page, how many stickers are left? So he has a booklet of 30. He uses 1 sticker per page. And if there are 6 stickers on each page, how many stickers does he have left? Oh, okay. He uses 1 page of stickers. So let's use our whiteboard for this. So we have 30. These are going to stand for pages. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't look too good. So we have 30 divided by 6. And I don't have enough room to do the subtraction, so we're just going to skip count. So let me get up a multiplication chart. Type sometimes too fast and I mess up. So let's use this multiplication chart. We have It's 30, and we got to count by 6. So how many 6s does it take to get to 30? We can't count this one, remember, because this is our factor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 5 pages. How many what? Pages. 5 pages. Tara has 32 beads. She takes out 4 red beads, then sorts the rest into 4 equal groups. How many beads are in each group? So she has 32 red, and she takes out 4. So 32, we got to do that first. 32 minus 4 is going to be 28. So she has 28 beads left, and she puts them into 4 equal groups. Okay? So we got to start with 4 and go to 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And to double check myself, I'll go over. And that red 7, there we go. So those are going to be 7 beads. This part, we won't see this often where she takes out some, but you got to pay attention. If you did 32 divided by 4, you'd get 8, and it'd be wrong. So make sure you pay attention and circle the numbers to make sure you know what to use. Tim has 30 grapes. He keeps 9 grapes for himself, and then he gives 7 grapes to each of his friends. To how many friends does Tim give grapes? So he has 30, and he keeps 9. So how many's left? So we do 30 minus 9. 0 minus 9 you can't do. Go next door. The 3 becomes a 2. I'm sorry. And the 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 2 minus nothing is 2. So he has 21 grapes now. And he gives 7 grapes to each of his friends. So we'll count to 21 by 7. So go to 7, count to 21. 1, 2, 3. Let's double check myself. I am right. So he gets 3 friends, not grapes. Remember, always look after how many. Always look after how many. The next one. There are 16 dolphins in a pod. Each pod has the same number of males and females. The female dolphins are swimming in pairs. How many pairs of female dolphins are there? So there's 16 dolphins in a pod. Each pod has the same number of male and female. Okay? So this is where it's kind of confusing. We have a total of 16 dolphins swimming in this pod. There's the same number of males and same number of females, okay? So what's 2 numbers go together to make 16? We could say 10 and 6. Good. But is that the same number? No. We could say 2 and 12 or 2 and 14. Is that the same number? No. You got to think, what's 2 numbers go together? What plus what makes 16? And if you think real hard, and it has to be the same number, 8 plus 8. So there's 8 male and 8 female. And a pair, think you put on a pair of shoes, okay? 8's going to be our dividend. If you put on a pair of shoes, how many shoes are you putting on? You're putting on 2. A pair stands for 2, P-A-I-R, okay? That's how you remember that. You go grab a pair of shoes, you're grabbing 2 shoes. You don't just put on 1 shoe and call it a day. You do a pair of shoes. So how many pairs? Pair stands for 2. And if we skip count 2 to 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, double check myself, 4. That is correct. 4 pairs. I know this is a tough question. So if you looked at this and said, "Oh my goodness, I have no idea," do not stress. That's the go deeper question. This go deeper question wasn't bad. It was kind of like this one. But this go deeper question, it's going to make you think, okay? So don't stress. We're going to use this graph now, okay? Let's decode our graph so we don't have to keep going back. Matt collected 10 box tops. Paige has 25. Dwayne has 15. And Alma has 20. Okay? Matt puts his box tops in 2 equal piles. How many box tops are in each pile? So how many does Matt have? Matt has 10. And he puts them into 2 piles. So 10 divided by 2, if you skip count 2 to 10, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double check, we are correct. 5 box tops. Five box tops. Paige brought an equal number of box tops to school each day for 5 days. Alma also brought an equal number of box tops to school for each day for 5 days. How many box tops did the 2 students bring in all together? So, let's see. Paige brought an equal number of box tops for 5 days. Alma brought. How many box tops did the students bring in all together each day? All right. So, Paige brought in 25. So I'm going to do Paige right here, 25. And Alma brought in 20. So I'm going to do Alma right here. So, if she brought in 5 a day, how many box tops did the students bring in all together? Okay. If she brought in okay, 5 a day, we're going to do our subtraction method. So let's do Paige first. 25 minus 5 is 20. Remember, we got to get it to 0. 20 minus 5 is 15. Go up. 15 minus 5 is 10. And then bring this 10 down here. 10 minus 5 is 5. And 5 minus 5 is 0. So Paige brought in each day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Paige brought 5 a day, or 5 each day, comma, and then we say Alma brought, and let's figure out Alma's. So Alma brought in 20. So 20 for 5 days makes 15. Bring it up. 15 minus 5 makes 10. Bring it up. 10 minus 5 makes 5. And we know 5 minus 5 makes 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alma brought 4 each day. And how many did they bring all together each day? 5 plus 4, 9 each day. Now, we did this big subtraction problem. We did this. We also could have done this too as well. Paige, you don't have to write this down, just pay attention. 25 divided by 5 equals 5, because we skipped count 5 to 25 5 times, and we could have did 20 divided by 5, which equals 4, and just add those up. That's another way we could have done it, okay? Let me back this out so you guys can see the full page. So if you need time to copy, you can. I know that was a pretty long question. This is the way they're trying to get to show you as well, trying to get a number to 0 and seeing how many problems you have. So it's kind of like extra practice. So you guys can keep copying this down. I'm gonna start on the next one. Dwayne collects another 15 box tops and puts all of his box tops into bins. Okay. So Dwayne right now has 15. He collects another 15 and puts them in the bin. So right now, if he has 15 already and he gets 15 more, let's see how many he has. We know 5 plus 5 is 10, 0, carrier 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So now he has 30. He puts an equal number in each bin. The answer is 5. What's the question? So the question is going to be Dwayne has, we got to figure out 30 divided by what equals 5. Well, 5 times what equals 30? Let's go to here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got to make this problem 30 divided by 6. So Dwayne has 30 box tops, and he puts them into 6 stacks. Let's leave it at that. Dwayne has 30 box tops and puts them into 6 stacks. I want to see 30 and then I want to see 6. I know this was a pretty wrote on page. So if you can, if you're watching the YouTube version, pause it right here so you guys can copy this down, and then we'll continue with the bottom because it's the last question. So pause right here, get this copied, and I'm gonna go on now. So Maya collected 4 box tops each day. She collected 20 in all. How many days? So remember, we're going to jump down by 4. So, and our jumps are going to determine the days. So 20 minus 4 is 16. We're going to go right in front of the 15. And then 16 minus 4 is 12. So we're going to go 2 above the 10. 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. So we're going to go right here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 4 is going to be 4. So it's going to be right below the 5. And then 4 minus 4 is 0. So we have 1 jump, 2 jump, 3, 4, and 5. 5 days. So I'm going to do this one with you. We have 20. We'll start with 20. And remember, we're dividing 5. Just like they did here. 16, they instead of subtracting 4, they divided 4. How many problems do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. It says use repeated subtraction. You guys can do this on another sheet of paper. I know there's no room. Look, I'll do, let me do 28 or number 3 and number 4 with you. Or let's do 5 and 6 with you because you guys, we don't see it like this often. You guys do 3 and 4 by yourself. So 5 is going to look like this. 40 minus 8, because remember, we're putting an into this number, is 32. Go up with it. 32 minus 8 is 24. Go up with it. 24 minus 8, 16. Go up with it. 16 minus 8 is 8. Go up with it. 8 minus 8 is 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To double check ourselves, 8, count 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 40. That is correct. Same thing here. 36 minus 9 is 27. 20, bring it up. 27 minus 9 is 18. Bring it up. 18 minus 9 is 9. Bring it up. And 9 minus 9 is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is correct. You guys can try 3 and 4 by yourself. Explain why you can use subtraction to solve division problems. If we subtract the dividend let's say divisor. If we subtract the divisor from the dividend, so if we subtract the divisor from the dividend, when it reaches 0, the number of problems is the quotient. Remember, quotient is the answer to a division problem. So if we subtract the divisor from the dividend, when it reaches 0, the number of problems is the quotient. You might want to pause it right there to get all that copied down. That's a pretty big answer. Okay. So you only have 4 to do on this page, and then the lesson check will be on the back. This lesson isn't too bad. Hopefully you guys know how to subtract pretty quickly. Remember, if you have a multiplication chart at home, something like this, you can even Google it and pull it up. You guys definitely can use this too, okay? It'll help you. Other than that, have a good one.